The National Association of Farm Broadcasting was saddened and shocked this spring to learn of the sudden death of one of our most admired journalists, a past leader and friend. Thurston Stewart Doan was Stewart to all who knew him in his broadcasting career. He graduated from high school in Harrison County, Kentucky in 1978 with his sights set on studying agricultural communications at the University of Kentucky. Stewart joined Farmhouse Fraternity and developed a lifelong bond with his friends in agriculture and the Kentucky Wildcats. He was extremely pleased this year when his beloved Wildcats won the NCAA basketball championship. Professionally, Stewart showed skill and determination early on. While in college, he began at WHAS Radio in Louisville. He was seen as a promising young journalist. Stewart moved to Jonesboro, Arkansas in 1983 and worked at KAAI-TV before joining John Philpott in Little Rock at KARN, where he worked for 14 years. He and wife Leslie settled into developing careers and family. They were blessed with two beautiful daughters, Lauren and Sarah. He broadcast on the statewide Arkansas Radio Network, then moved to the Yancey Farm Network. Stewart showed particular interest in reporting on agricultural policy and immersed himself in Southern commodity politics, especially cotton, rice, and peanuts. He knew all the issues and all the players. He expanded his coverage to Washington, D.C., and earned his reputation as the premier ag policy reporter on Southern agriculture. Stewart was the Delta Regional Farm Director of the Yancey Ag Network in 2006 when he was named the National Farm Broadcaster of the Year. He was also recognized by the National Cotton Council, USA Rice Federation, and Arkansas Farm Bureau for his reporting on a wide range of agricultural policy issues. Stewart was best one-on-one with farmers, commodity organization leaders, and even presidents. During his career, he interviewed Arkansas Governors Beebe and Huckabee, Presidents Clinton and Obama, numerous secretaries of agriculture, members of Congress, and even Cuban leader Fidel Castro. Policy work in Washington, D.C. attracted Stewart, and he expanded his reach as senior editor at internet-based AgriPulse Communications.
We both talked about our passion for politics and especially farm policy, and that was really a common bond between us. And I remember sitting down with him at a Farm Bureau, American Farm Bureau Federation meeting in January of 2008, and we talked about the fact that he might be able to come work for us and the ideas he had, for example, starting an open mic on our website, doing daily audio. And I said, but Stewart, we're also going to need you to write for the newsletter. And he said, well, I haven't done that for a long time. And I said, all you have to do is write like you speak and we'll be good.
He also provided stories to the NAFB News Service, where broadcasters across the country utilized his work.
Howdy, neighbors. Good morning, everybody. Ron Hayes, Radio Oklahoma Network. Our colleague Stewart Doan with AgriPulse reporting this morning that Senator Tom Colburn has pulled his amendment that would repeal the so-called blender's credit, which he claims would have saved $5 to $6 billion a year, while supporters of ethanol claim it would cause lots of problems in getting enough ethanol produced. Stewart's got the story.
Within NAFB, Stewart became a brother to the officer team that he led in 1998 as president. He also served on major committees and relished each convention as an opportunity to get together with his friends from broadcasting and industry and strategize on the latest legislative and regulatory challenges facing agriculture. Stewart's work was his badge. His dedication was unmatched. His heart was open to fellow journalists who sought his advice. But when his health quickly worsened, for the second year in a row, NAFB lost one of its very best far too young.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate your indulgence. As I mentioned to you earlier, we actually suffered a loss in the ag community. Today we honor the memory of Stewart Doan. Stewart was a familiar face on Capitol Hill and a respected agriculture journalist around the country. With his unexpected passing last week, Stewart leaves a legacy of responsible reporting and genuine friendship. He loved covering farm policy, and it showed in his excellent broadcasts and articles. My prayers go out to Stewart's wife, Leslie, and his daughters, Lauren and Sarah. God bless them, and God bless the well-lived life of Stewart Doan. I'm proud to have called him a friend and colleague.
Stewart died on May 10th at the age of 52. He is survived by his parents and all members of his immediate family, his wife Leslie and daughters Lauren and Sarah.
It was really a great partnership in terms of how he addressed his work, and he loved his family, and he wanted to do very, very well in his profession, but he, more than anything else, would tell me, I want to make sure we get this right and that our readers and our listeners get the very best information. And so his passion and his dedication was really unparalleled.
Stewart Doan rose to the highest level of our professional organization, and he occupied a place in our hearts that is reserved for very special people. The body of work produced by Stewart was far more than enough to be a member of the NAFB Hall of Fame. We just wish that he could have been here to receive this commendation and tribute of his peers later in life. Many of his family are here tonight, and we join our hearts with them in the loss of their son, husband, father, and brother. He was indeed our brother too. Thruston Stewart Doan, may you rest in peace, and may your spirit live on as we induct you into the NAFB Hall of Fame.